Hey guys, I am Ibigandscary. I'm bringing another StarCraft 2 replay, this time featuring Game 2, featuring Chokeslam, our red Terran in the bottom right-hand side, and his opponent, Vast, our blue Terran on the bottom left. We're on Frost LE. This is from the Terrible Tournament of Fun. Like I said, this is Game 2 of a best of 3. This is my 6th attempt at casting this replay because I kept having the audio kick off after I was done casting for like 10 minutes. And something that I found was that whenever I went to stand by, I have to do something. Whenever I went to the APM tab, my audio would kick out, and I couldn't figure out why until I realized that the hotkey for that was M, which was also muting my audio from OBS, and I cannot figure out how to turn off that hotkey. So I have probably cast this for 50 minutes now. I've been trying desperately to do it because I finally figured out what the hotkey was, but that was after like believing that the save file was getting corrupted, believing that I was going mad, that I was being possessed by some sort of silent demon from BioShock or something like that. It was terrible. It was absolutely awful. You should feel terrible for me. However, this is a fantastic game, and so I want to show it to you. And another proviso is that nothing happens for the first 10 minutes. So I'm going to take the moment, the first 10 minutes, to tell you exactly what's going to happen whenever we stop fast forwarding, and then we're going to fast forward to it. Chokeslam is going to rush for an early expansion, hit up his combat shield and stim upgrades right away for his Marines, and then transition immediately into Ghosts. He's going to get out 2 Ghost Academy, 1 for Cloak and 1 for the Mobius Reactor. On the other side of things, Vast is going to take his expansion very, very late, but is going to grab gas very, very early. And he's going to use that to get +1/+1 upgrades very quickly, and then just work on that traditional tech of getting out those medevacs and whatnot. So we're going to go ×8 until we see the ghosts actually begin to move out into this watchtower. And we're going to talk about the map just for a handful of seconds. Frost LE is one of the new ones, and it's got a really, really cool characteristic to it. I like this wall off right here, how it comes down and leads directly into where the town hall would be. You have that CC, that Nexus, that hatchery right here, and that makes it so that you can wall off with just a very small amount of structures, like a single supply depot or a queen and a spine crawler can all wall this off, so that if you're having a run by of some sort, Zerglings, Hellions, and the like, and they're running in from this direction, you can pull all of your probes or drones or whatnot down in this direction away from them. So whenever you're having an attacking unit coming into your mineral line, you are retreating in the opposite direction, allowing you to retreat very quickly up to the high ground. And this is key because, speaking of high ground, you traditionally have your natural up on the high ground. You have a ramp that you can use to help hold. Now all you have is this kind of narrow choke, and there are other maps that have this style of choke, but the high ground is way over here, and this is really not a viable place for you to wall off because you also have that supplemental pathway over to the side. So they make up for that by making it so that you can wall off in this location, and that gives you a little bit of a boost in your defense. I love this. This is something you would see in Wings of Liberty all the time, but it's really gone away, and I really hope that this is going to be a return to it. I would say it's very much in the favor of Terran just because they're a little bit more defensive early on, and it really helps them whenever they can take this earlier expansion like that. But any race can take advantage of that with a little bit of clever SimCity. Speaking of being clever, here comes the Ghost. We have 5 Ghosts trucking over to that Zelnaga watchtower, and at the same time we have 5 Ghost Academies that are totally done with producing nukes, with the exception of a single one. We have 4 nukes total, 5 going to be constructed once that last one is done on the production tab. At the same time, +1/+1 being upgraded for Chokeslam. +1/+1's been done for Vast for an extended period of time, but he's kind of stalled out on the rest of his upgrades. Stim and Combat Shield, of course, being done for Chokeslam. So Chokeslam's going to be moving in here. Remember, this map is very, very vertical. You have a lot of high ground, a lot of nooks and crannies, and a lot of locations for Chokeslam to use and abuse with his ghosts. You'll note that they have their guns on their back. They do not have the they have the hold your fire upgrade, making it, or order, making it so they do not reveal their location until the time is right for them to actually call down all those nukes. Vast does have a standing force necessary and is large enough to actually take care of these ghosts. Unfortunately for him, Chokeslam is not going to be engaging them directly, electing to launch nukes up on the high ground. There goes the scan from Chokeslam, throwing down the first of many, many nukes. Remember, he has 5 total that can be launched, and these nukes are going to be falling down like a hail of hellfire. Absolutely brutal. Here comes the first volley of nukes landing on the infrastructure, doing just massive damage against every single one of them. At the same time, Vast has plenty of energy to throw down a scan. However, that he hasn't quite made the connection that the ghosts are simply cloaked, and he is looking desperately for them, is just not capable of actually finding them. Another scan comes down as another nuke falls, and the majority of the infrastructure just goes up in smoke for Vast. Another ghost is moving in, but I believe that he's fresh out of nukes. He has 4 on the production tab. There goes the scan, and 2 ghosts go down in a just a fit of bullets coming out from Vast. Unfortunately for him, there are 3 more ghosts, one of which is cloaked with over 50 energy left in it, so it looks like he's going to be... No, he's actually turns around and decloaks and gets taken out by Vast's standing army. The bunker burns away. It looks like a single bunker is the only one left. Just 190 health. Looks like the other 2 ghosts have taken refuge over here on the far side, waiting for those nukes to get done being made again, with 4 nukes total. 5th one just now being started. He's going to need some extra ghosts if he's planning on actually using that. Will this last barracks get burned down? It looks like every single bit of infrastructure that Vast had has gone up in smoke. He's got 3k minerals, though. He can definitely bounce back from this. He didn't lose any SCVs, with the exception of 1 or 2 that got sniped down by those ghosts. None of them to the nukes. Actually, I think he might have lost 1 to the nuke. There was 1 over here by a supply depot or something like that. No big deal. No big deal. How many, where are the ghosts? Oh, look at this army. Chokeslam has definitely stayed on top of his macro. Massive amount of Marines and Marauders back at home. In fact, I think Chokeslam could definitely finish this game right here and right now, if he wanted to. If you switch over to the units tab, you can see it's 14 Marauders, 45 Marines, to 14 attacking units from Vast. And remember, the upgrade advantage is rather severe. I mean, 1-to-1. We have 2-1 coming out for Vast, but still no combat shields, still no stim, which is the most important upgrade, I feel, for our Terran buddy. 3 more ghosts trucking along. We have two left over from the initial push. Ooh, he didn't score any, but he got 5 kills for this guy. This is probably one that was throwing down the nukes on top of the infrastructure, on top of those buildings. Doesn't really count for a kill on that one. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this ghost will be able to kill anything with another nuke. It doesn't stop him, though. Throwing down 1 more nuke on this factory. The barracks has been repaired up to full green, so it doesn't even look like it's going to get into a deep red. A defensive nuke right on the choke. There goes the scan, but that's also from Chokeslam, I'm assuming. No, wow. That was from Vast. A nice recovery there. Unfortunately for him, he lost the vast majority of his army, and it looks like just 2 Marauders and a single Marine is all that Vast has left standing army-wise. All the other supplies eaten up in the form of his 2 medevacs and 28 SCVs. Scratch that. Probably not going to be 28 SCVs in a handful of seconds. Vast unaware of the fact that all of his mineral line in the natural is going to be up in smoke in just a handful of seconds. There goes so many of those SCVs just melt away. You know, I always wondered what happens to a SCV if the refinery dies. Does it die too if it's inside of it? You know what I'm talking about? I wonder. I should experiment on that. I should double check to see. I believe that it's okay. I think that if it dies, it just pops out. But with a nuke, I mean, since it's splash damage, I mean, would it just instantly die, or is all that damage just done instantly? Nice play here for Vast, making it so that the move command on top of the ghost so that they couldn't run away and get out of range again, or maybe cloak again. Looks like another nuke coming down. This one's going to be scratching off every single one of these SCVs here. Where is that guy? 3 kills on this ghost. It's going to be going up to the 18. Absolutely fantastic. More than a handful of the SCVs have survived, though. This last nuke is going to be wrapping up that mineral line nicely. Orbital command goes down to the natural. It looks like Chokeslam's going to be relying exclusively on his ghost. Oh, that's right. Check this out. Vast never scouted anywhere. He has no idea where his opponent's main base is, so he loads up with his 2 Marauders and 1 Marine in his 2 medevacs and shifts off to the top right hand side, praying that they are cross-spawned. He has no idea where his opponent's base is. He has 1, 2, 3 supply depots and a missile turret left, and he's decided to take the fight to Chokeslam, who, by the way, has like just an absolute army sitting back at home. He's only taking apart his opponent with a handful of Marines and Marauders and his Ghost Strike Force. So I don't even know if this medevac's going to arrive there in time, but I thought it was hilarious that he doesn't scout anywhere and has no idea where his opponent is. And he just loads up and goes at the drop of a hat. So it looks like this last supply depot is going to be the only structure left for Vast. The 2 medevacs moving in within range of that missile turret. I should not have selected that missile turret. I really want to select the supply depot, but I also want to watch these Marauders die. So there goes the 2 Marauders, 2-2 upgrades on those. Oh no, 1-1 upgrades, 2-2 going to be finishing in just a handful of seconds. However, Vast is not alive to see it. He is forced to tap out as that last supply depot goes down. Thank you so much for watching this. This was absolutely hilarious. Hats off to Vast for enjoying the game. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I don't think I mentioned it this time, but I did last time, that he was eating pizza the entire time. I love his nickname is Chewy. So Chewy was eating pizza this entire time. In fact, he went AFK about halfway through the game to answer the door and get the pizza from the delivery man. And that just shows you the type of character, the type of demeanor that he's approaching to this tournament. I'm not a very competitive person. I imagine that Chewy's probably not a very competitive person. But this is the total appropriate way to approach a tournament when you're playing with buddies. It's not about winning, it's about enjoyment, and that's absolutely what you're supposed to do, is just eat pizza with one hand, have fun with the other, micro, macro, whatever, it doesn't matter, just lose with style if you're going to lose. Chokeslam definitely won with style. I mean, you do a planetary fortress drop in one game, win with nukes the other game, that's awesome. I feel like both people were absolutely enjoying this tournament, which is really what it's about. So hats off to Chokeslam for the tournament, for the planetary, hats off to Vast for the pizza, hats off to you for watching the replay and having a good time with it. If you guys have a game you want me to cast, you could PM me here or on Reddit. One way or another, I will see you guys later. I am Ibigandscary.